Ever since I drove my first Sparrow in Destiny, I've had one thought. Man, I wish this thing could shoot. And after 10 long years, I finally got my wish. Destiny 2 just had an event recently called Heavy Metal, and if you reached rank 15 on the reward track, you received a new, one-of-a-kind reward. Destiny's first ever combat Sparrow, the Gryphon. Now the question I'm sure many people are asking is it any good? And despite what many of the vocal members of the community say, yes, it is good. Not, you need this or you're throwing good, but still pretty damn good. Which is funny, because before I earned this Sparrow, I was seeing posts online about how bad this thing was, how it's too slow and hits like a water gun, and now that I got my hands on it, I have no idea what these people were talking about. The vocal Destiny community does have a habit of dismissing new things because they aren't the absolute meta option, when in most of the game, you don't even need the absolute meta option. But I'm not here to foster all that negativity because man, we got a Sparrow that can shoot now, and that's exciting. And with some constructive feedback, maybe they can make more of these that will satisfy some of the negative Nancys we have out there. So here's what I think about Destiny's first ever combat Sparrow. The Gryphon is slower than all the other Sparrows and skimmers in the game, and if you're looking to be as fast as you can be, then the Gryphon is probably not a great pick. But I have a suspicion that a slightly lower speed for most people playing most activities is not that big of an issue. Also, they have to balance this somehow. If it was just as fast as every other basic Sparrow in the game, why would anybody use anything else?
Perfectly balanced, this whole thing should be.
It also has a slight delay when initiating the boost, as well as not being able to do flips or activate the side thrusters. But a fun tip I can give is if you hop on the Sparrow, then swap to another Sparrow that has thrusters, you can actually perform flips and stuff with the Gryphon, until you blow up of course. So now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this thing, the shooting. You have a primary shot that acts as a sort of shotgun blast. The range isn't crazy, but up close, it can pack a punch. I tried this out in plenty of patrol zones, including the harder patrol zone, Neomuna. It does alright, nothing too crazy, but honestly the thing that makes this Sparrow extremely viable is the secondary shot. You see, your secondary shot actually applies a subclass element to the target based on your equipped super. Void for volatile rounds, Arc for blinding, Solar for scorch, Stasis for freezing, and my favorite, Strand for suspension. That's right, you can actually buildcraft with this Sparrow. And obviously there are probably more efficient ways to apply these elements to targets, but come on, this is pretty cool. And not to mention, fun as hell. And isn't that why we play Destiny? For fun?
It's about fun!
What's that?
I think this secondary shot saves this Sparrow and actually makes it somewhat viable. And I would like to see how well the stasis or strand shot does in something like a Grandmaster Nightfall. You could have one person stay behind and constantly lob freezing or suspending shots into the battle to give your team some breathing room, or just provide defense for some blueberries doing a public event. I'm also looking forward to the next time we have Sparrow Control in rotation. I'm not sure how constant suspensions are going to be balanced in the Crucible, but I'm excited to find out either way. So all in all, I'm very happy with our first combat Sparrow. It's fun to use and actually has some viability due to its synergizing with your subclass. If you think it's too slow or not powerful enough, so be it, but don't write it off just yet. There needs to be some kind of balance, some kind of choice. Do you want speed and maneuverability? Well, pick a Sparrow or a skimmer. Or do you want the ability to finally decimate the battlefield with some on-demand vehicular warfare? Choose a combat Sparrow. Overall, I'm very satisfied with the Gryphon, and if you didn't get it this time, the Heavy Metal event will be back, and I recommend trying to get that pass complete. I do have a video up on that game mode if you're looking for some tips and tricks. And last year, I came out with a video going over the history of Sparrows in Destiny, their innovations over time, and how they can compete with skimmers in the future. And one of the ideas was a combat Sparrow, which I just felt had to happen at some point. I had other ideas for more Sparrow abilities like shock pulses or teleportations. There's just so many possibilities, and I'm looking forward to see what they come up with next. Now, if they could just incorporate a Sparrow with multiple seats, then all my Sparrow wishes would come true. Get in, Guardian. We're going to Kepler. So what do you think of the Gryphon? And what would you like to see in future combat Sparrows? Let me know down in the comments. Check out some of my other Destiny videos, and as always, thank you for watching.